I am going to attempt to replace the brake pads on this 2008 Rocker C. I tried to look for YouTube to see if anyone else has done it. I could not find anything with Rocker C. It seems like it's a little different, but yet similar. Looks like we have to take out these two star screws here, a T40 Star screws. Remove those, I guess, to remove the calipers, because we have to take out the pin that's right behind there, a 12-point pin, which my socket will not fit because the frame is in the way. You see that? So we're gonna do that first and take it from there. All right, so I got these two mounting bolts removed, and they look like this. As you see, the other one's thicker on the right, the other one's to the left, using the ratchet T40 screw attached to the socket for leverage using a socket wrench. It's always good to also have the a shelf right here, because we are going to put the caliper on here so you don't put any stress on the brake line. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. So it should come off fairly easy. As you see, it's wiggling, and we just kind of pry it out and move it over. Okay, next we're going to use a 12 point. When we say 12 point, it's these little ridges there. So if you count, it'll be like 12 points. So this is a 12-point socket, 1/4 inch size, that's going to need to fit into this little bolt right here to take out the pin. All right, so and we take out that pin, that's going to remove the bolts right there and slide out the pads. Okay. Now before removing this pin right here, it'll be a good idea to use the brake pads to push back the cylinders by grabbing a nice large flathead screwdriver like this, and just kind of twist and turn till the cylinders are in really hard like that. Right, and then, as you can see, the cylinders are fairly plushed in with a caliper. That's what you want to try to do, so it makes the new pad easier to bring in. All right, and then now we can remove the pin and insert the new pads in. All right, so that pin was somewhat hard to take off, and I couldn't get any leverage. So what I had to do was I installed one of these bolts back onto the frame there to give me leverage to loosen it, and it worked. All right, so just some tips on that. So this is the new pads from Harley, and when I opened up the box, I kind of freaked out why this one here has a silver little plate and this one doesn't. So I kind of called them back, and they said, well, all of them are like that, so I'm assuming it's okay. And then when I pulled out the old one, guess what? Yes, so the one towards the bike is where the plate goes in, and of course the other side does not have a plate. So I guess we're all good. All right, now we're going to install the new brakes. Okay, reinserted the pin, reinserted the new brake pads, and with the Rocker C or these models, they have this silver metal plate that goes in the inside part of the bike or towards the tire, while the other side does not have one of those. So just letting you know, FYI. Okay, now we're just gonna put this back on the disc and bolt it on. Okay, got the two mounting bolts screwed in, and that's the calipers. There's the new brake pads, and there's the pin that holds in the brakes right there, fitting nicely. And just to let you know what the tools I used or required was this T40 Star with a 1/4 inch socket to help you fit that in there to get some leverage using a socket wrench. And also I used a 1/4 1/4 inch 12 point. It was a 12 point, 1/4 inch 12 point. Remember the 12 points, the stars in there, each one of those 12 points to loosen up the pin right there. All right, and also too, if you're having problems lining up these 2 screws after you're trying to install the calipers back, you got to make sure that these little levers right here, they fall into a groove, front and back. The left and right side of the brake, they fall in this groove. So you got to make sure you look in the bottom there, and you look there. There's a little, like a little crevice or a groove that those little square things fall into. You got to make sure they fall into that little groove. I don't think you can see it here too good, but you know what I mean. So just FYI, if you're having problems lining up the screws, there's a little notch where those little square things kind of go in. Oh, there it is right there. See that little notch right there in the bottom? Yeah. Okay, there you have it. Putting in the new brake pads for a 2008 Rocker C. So afterwards, you make sure you pump the pedal a couple times so it feels much better already. Because previously with the old pads, I had to brake maybe this far down before I could feel the pads touching. So now it's like right there instantly. Wow, big difference. All right, well, there you have it. Hopefully that was useful. All right, thank you. Have a good day.